Hi friends, welcome to Agnet Coding channel. So today we'll discuss about directive and the topics we'll cover is what is directive, types of directive, inbuilt directive and how to create a custom directive. So before proceed with this video, please like and subscribe the channel and share your feedback. So what is directive? Directive is one of the important element of Angular application and it is used to add a additional behavior to an existing DOM element. There are three types of directive: structure directive, attribute directive, and component directive. Structure directive is used to add or remove the elements from DOM and it is used to iterate over the array of elements. There are two structure directives, ngif and ngfor, and the structure directive proceed with asterisk sign. So any directive that proceed with asterisk sign indicates that it is structure directive. Second is attribute directive. Attribute directive works on the appearance of a DOM element, and there are two inbuilt attribute directive, ng class and ng style. And the third is component directive. Component directive is when we use component as an element into another template, we are using component as a directive. And component directive is directive that contains its own template and it makes it differ from other two directives. So here I have some sample application in which I have a component where I'm showing the list of employees, and here I have list of employees I am showing in this app component.template file. So I am showing the list of employees using ng for structure directive. As I already told you, the ng for structure directive is used to iterate over the list, and here we are iterating the table row employee list over the DOM. And here is one more attribute directive that we are using, that is ng style, and it works on the age, employee age column. If the age is greater than 25, we are setting the background color red, otherwise it is green. So if we run this application, our application is already in running mode, so we'll just go to browser. Yeah, so here I am showing the implied details in table column, and here as per our attribute directive that we are using, the age background, the implies whose age is less than 25, background color is showing in green, otherwise it is in red. So these are two inbuilt structure and attribute directive. So if we go to, so let's create our first custom attribute directive. For this I have some custom directive folder. So here I will create G for generate, D for directive, and here will I put the directive name highlight. So Angular CLI generates the highlight directive file. So I will go to that directive file, and to get the reference of element on which we apply this highlight directive, we need to add a reference into a constructor, that is element reference. So this reference will help us to get the reference of element on which this directive is applied. And here we will use the input directive to get the data from template to this ts file, and set is a method as we are setting the value in highlight directive, and the function name should be same as that of selector, and here we'll pass the condition as a parameter. This So here I'm setting the background color. If the condition is true, yellow, otherwise it is pink. So, and where we will need to use this directive, we will just copy that selector and put in the template. I am putting in this employee.name column and making this condition true. It is comes in inside DTD. So TD is the domain method. So here, so if we go to browser, the name column is showing in yellow background. And if you go to code again and make this condition false, so name column is showing in big background. So our first custom attribute directive is working as per our implementation. So now we will create a custom structure directive. So we will go to this and again use the command ng generate directive and we make the element directive name is render element. So after Angular CLI generates a file. So in this directive, what we do is if imply age is greater than 25, then we will render the that row of table. Otherwise we will not render and it will not append within the DOM. So to get that functionality, we will need to add two reference. One is template reference and other is container reference, view container reference. We need to add a here we will pass. So template reference will give the reference of the embedded template that we put into the DOM, and the container reference will tell us the position, will tell us the angle of the position where we need to replace that template into the DOM. So now to get the value of age, employee age, we will use this input decorator and set is as we are setting the value. Here we will pass age. If age is 20, so in case we embed that template, we will use the container reference grade embedded view method. And so this method will embed that template into a DOM if the condition is true. And if the condition is false, we will not embed that template into a DOM and will just clear that container reference. So that's now we just copy this selector. And here we will use ng template element. Ng template element is used as a container that will contain the embedded template, and here we will put that is, and here we pass the employee.age. To create a custom structure directive, we use the ng template, and ng template used with the structure directive, and it will help container reference to get the position where we will replace that embedded template, and it will also helps to get the reference of a template. So to create, so this is the role of ng template. And now if we go to browser, then this is, so if you go to app component TS, there are 3 employees, and only the 2 employees whose age is greater than 25, that is Siddharth and Kunal. So I, as our implementation should be in such a way that only 2 employees should be shown in table row. So if you go to a browser, only Siddharth and Kunal whose age is greater than 25 are entered in DOM, and the third row is removed from the DOM as it condition is false. So our structure directive is works as per our implementation. So that's it. If you find this video useful, please subscribe the channel and like it. Thank you.